Hello, people. I would like to talk to you about, what's up with your calling. Um, I want to explain to you that a lot of people have a calling on their lives, and if you think that you will get what you fully supposed to get from God, but you don't want to do your calling, you have another thing. It's all messed up. It's wrong. You wrong for even thinking like that. Because that's not how it works in the kingdom business of God. In the kingdom period, it doesn't work like that. You cannot expect to have a calling and not want to do your calling for God and expect God to rain down all these things, all these blessings from heaven, but you do not want to do your calling. You will not get everything you're supposed to get from God if you don't want to have anything to do with your calling. And I don't know if I explained it to you guys before, and I have I think talked about this previously, but it was spoken in my spirit to bring this up again because this is very serious. If you're praying to God, you're trying to get open doors, blessings, for some reason, a lot of things you've been praying for is not seem to be answered by God. This might be the problem, ladies and gentlemen. You might have a calling, you're not doing your calling, you don't want to have nothing to do with the kingdom of God. Therefore, this leads to hindering of your blessings and everything else God has for you. Yes, this leads to, I'll repeat it, it's called hindering of the blessings. Okay? You're hindering your blessings because you're probably not doing your calling and you expecting God to do these miracles. You're expecting God to bless you. You're expecting to get blessed the way you want without doing your calling. It's not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Stop dreaming. I'm telling you, it's not going to happen. Once you have a calling on your life and God has made that confirmation clear to you, this is one thing about God, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm not going to lie to you. You cannot change this man's mind. It don't matter what you say to God. It don't matter what kind of preppy prayer you try to speak to God and pray to God. It don't matter what kind of lovable message you try to sing to God in a song way, in a speaking way, in a prayerful way, even in action. You cannot change God's mind when He have called you to do something, especially if you're chosen, okay? You will not get fully everything that you're looking from God, from heaven, from the open doors of heaven, okay? The way you're supposed to because of that one thing and what it's called, not doing your calling. And this leads to what? Hindering of your blessings. So it's very important to take this video message in your spirit, in your brain, clock it in, put it in, write it down because this is really some serious stuff, you guys. You can pray all day. You can sing songs all day at your church. You can hop up and down to your home. You can sing songs to God in the car. You can do it all, sweeties. I'm telling y'all, it's a waste of time. If you're not doing your calling, God might bless you with certain little things, but it's not going to be what you're looking for. It's not going to be what you know you're supposed to have in your hearts, in your heart. You know, I'm supposed to have this. I'm supposed to be blessed this way. I'm supposed to have this blessing. Yes, God puts things in our spirit for us to know. But what we supposed to be blessed with? Okay, yes, He does. He will do that for some. But if you're not doing your calling, if you're not doing your purpose, we have a problem, ladies and gentlemen. You will not get what you're looking from God. It don't matter, like I said, how many pastors you go to. It don't matter if you go to whoever. You will not change God's mind when you have a calling on your life. It's not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. You might as well hang it up, stop dreaming because you've been dreaming for too long and it's a waste of time, okay? That is how this works with God, okay? No other way around this. I'm telling you, it's no other way around this. Straight up. So if you feel and you know in your heart, Jesus' daughter Lamor is right. I am one of them people that have a calling. I have not been doing my calling. I have not been doing what God has called me to do, but I have been one of those people that's been praying to God, fasting, doing all the above, trying to do things in action, like have good character, be in order, and still have not seen the abundance of what? Heavenly flow on your life. Because what? You are not doing your calling. See what I'm saying? You got to look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Stop focusing on your friends, on your neighbors, on your, parents, on your kids. You have to focus on what God is calling you to do, not your neighbors, not your friends, etc. You can't do that because God might bless that next person to do, to where He'll allow them to do whatever. And they might just look like they just getting loaded down with everything that they have been wanting to be blessed with, right? It looks gravy and good, but don't even get caught up with that because trust me, they ain't going to have all of those great blessings for too long. Okay? It's not all what it seems, so don't get caught up with that. Focus on your calling, on what God has ordained for you to be blessed with, and stop, understand if you want to stop hindering the blessings so they can open the heavenly doors from heaven with your names on these blessings, you have to get in your calling. You cannot do what you want to do and not do your calling and not walk with God and do what you are called to do for God and expect to get all these things from God. God does not rotate and operate like that. God does not think and get down like that with y'all. He will not do it. I don't care who you are. He won't do it. He won't. I'm telling y'all. I know this for a fact. So it is very important. Don't be afraid to do your calling. If God already has spoken to you on what you are called to do, hey, do what it do. Stop worrying about what other people think about you or what God has ordained and called for you to do on this earth and why He have you here. You see what I'm saying? And once you get that spirit of fear off of you, or once you start giving God a hard time with that and walking the light with the things that you're supposed to do for God and pertaining to your calling, you will see a big difference in your walk with God, your life with God, your blessings will start flowing on God's timing, because it's a timing for everything, ladies and gentlemen. And you'll just see a big difference, man. And also, your relationship with God will be wonderful. Everything will be the way God wanted to be if you're in your calling. But you will not get the blessings that you want from God unless you are doing what He has called for you to do. And that is something everybody can't do, okay? Some people just don't want to do their calling for God. They rather do their thing for the devil, but they like to cry out to God to get their blessings, but they want to live satanic lives. And I think I have previously talked about this before, and I have to repeat and talk about it again because some people just don't get it. They just don't get it. They think it's going to change God's mind, but it's really not. It's not going to change this man's mind. I don't care how much, like I say, I don't care how much y'all pray. It don't matter how many Bible scriptures y'all quote to each other at the church homes. It doesn't matter how much you go out in the street and talk about God, but you're not living as far as in your calling with God. You're not in your calling is what I'm trying to say. All that's a waste of time. If you're not trying to walk with God, you have no interest, or you don't look at this man like that, it's a waste of time trying to get all these blessings from God that you are feeling in your heart you desire to have. You're wasting God's time. And honestly, I don't like to see people waste their time. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a passion and love for this stuff for God, straight up. You got to have a passion to do your calling for God without hesitation, without all this other crap. You know what I'm saying? That y'all got swinging through y'all brain thinking that it's going to be another route or way around this, because it's not. You see what I'm saying? It's not, So I just want to explain this to you guys. I want to break it down because I saw this yesterday. I was like, you know what? I see this. People, they in their homes, wondering why they can't get a breakthrough, wondering why they're not blessed. Because let's go back to how I first started. When God came to you, no matter how he came to you, whether he came to you through a person, if he walked in your house on his own in the spirit realm, if he showed up in a vision to you, if he showed up, however God showed up to you and said, I am calling you to do this, or if he led it and spoke in your spirit. If you ain't did this call and it's been 5, 6, 7 years later, that is why you're not seeing these blessings that you are promised from God to see, because you're not doing anything for him when it comes to your calling. If you have a purpose, it's in reference to you being chosen for God. These are all pertaining to God's will, callings, chosen people, speaking truth, walking with God, whatever your purpose is. If you're not doing it, you're not going to see everything. Because this is the deal. You don't understand. When you do your calling, the blessings are hidden in the calling. See what I'm saying? You get it? When you do your calling, the blessings, God not going to tell us everything. You have to go off of faith with this sometimes. The blessings are hidden in the calling. Straight up. That's how this operates. And if you are not willing to take that chance of faith with God and walk through that door to see what he has for you and what comes with this with your calling and the attachments of blessings that come with it, you lost out, brother. You lost out, sister. That's what it is, because it's not God's fault. It won't be my fault. It will be your fault because you didn't go through that door and start pertaining and focusing on your calling and doing your calling in action for Jesus Christ. Straight up. So if you don't do your calling, you're not going to change God's mind. You can't just use God to get blessings, but you don't want to have nothing to do with this man. You're not going to go very far, ladies and gentlemen. It don't matter who you go to and ask questions or answers you trying to get from, thinking you're going to get what you want to hear. It's a waste of time. It ain't going to come no more realer than this. God does not play those type of games, okay? If you have a calling, do your calling. Forget what your friends say about you. Forget what people are going to think about you. I'm sorry to say, forget all of them, straight up. If you got to cut them all off to do your calling and get what God has for you, do what you got to do. If it's affecting you that much and it's stopping you from doing your calling for Jesus Christ, okay? That's how this rolls. That's how this stuff really go down. So look into this, okay? Look into this and try to get in your calling. I can't make people look at God how I look at God. I can't make people love God the way I love God. I can't make people build a relationship with God. I just can't do it. You see what I'm saying? You got to do it. I had to do it for myself when I found out I was chosen. So that's the way this rolls, straight up.